Tony Gun podcast. I'm going to talk about a couple of things today because I actually have nothing to do. I'm going to rap today on the mood. You're a company like say, for instance, and they go, we want to put that prices up there in €90 next year. What I do, what I get my dad to do, we hustle. This is the same to Electric Ireland, by the way, and PPA Power, and the West. We used to use PPA Power and Electric Ireland. We get the best deal. We hustle them. You basically say you are with Verizon. You go to say, I want to tell you what they're offering, blah, 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 whatever. You go back to Verizon. I see what they're going to counter offer. And I do that. You can stay with Verizon. But say I had to bet an offer, you go with them. You hustle both companies. We do the same with Electric Ireland. And we do the same with PPA Power. We hustle them. The reason we hustle them, because they need your customer. Only people who are saved with these companies are rich people and people who are working. They do that, we hustle them. You go. Verizon, I'll say. What do you ever offer the best deal? We go. Same PPA Power and Electric Ireland. I'm going to tell you, well, I don't go to the dentist. I used to, but the reason I don't go to the dentist, because I used to have braces, obviously, but the reason I don't go to the dentist, you ever seen yourself going to a dentist, for a checkup or whatever you're getting done with your teeth, and you have this one, this one, this one. I only go to a dentist. If I really have to go, I would go to a dentist. And I had the pain in my tooth. Or really bad. Whatever, a big teeth. I go to the dentist. I said that I do not go to the dentist. I think they're on money racket. Because I think sometimes I walk into the dentist, I get this, that, me, that, this, and doesn't make it worse, even though you're on a medical card. I think they kind of soft medical card. You're paying 50 quid for even see a dentist. You walk in, you're paying 50 quid. Then you probably walk out with a fucking sheet of paper like big as this room. A box, like 10 meters. A big list, like the Chris Elders listed in WWE used to have. The doctors is the opposite. I mean, I only go to the doctor if I really have to go. I would go most of the year and actually really well. But and I tend to go to TLC. The general time I don't go to TLC. The reason is I find them half-witted. No offense, doctors, I think they're gifted people, but these doctors over here, because they don't know my medical history. And I also had a not bad experience, an accident happened in the hospital, whatever reason. But I don't like the TLC. Never will. I find my own doctors. That's the way it is. It's very hard to get an appointment. I get really very sick, and anyway, I only go if I have to go. Even going cold, but I really got sick. If I did get sick, I found a 9 at the time, and it has flu symptoms, whatever. How many flu symptoms they end up getting a COVID test, whatever. I got so many COVID tests. I got like 6, 7. Each of them were negative. I am COVID free. Never got it. But I hope they never get it, because the people have thought, well, this is going to be a fairly heavy cold. I know a lot of people experience it different, but I never got it. I think the reason I never got it, in the house people has got it, I just, went out if I had to go, kept my distance. I always used the soaps in the sewer or whatever. If I eat some, burst them out, you know what I mean? And I never got it. Because I just don't know what I was doing. As soon as the phone call being happened, I went out. If I had to go out, I kept to myself. And even with buses, sometimes I get the bus, I just stopped getting the buses of often. Only got them if they were raining. Says that I'd be walking home. Because I was afraid the buses, I was afraid the Lewis's. Because at the time I was really bad and I never got it. But not going to be anyone can catch COVID even if we're not going on a bus and that. You know what I mean? I watched War on Tuesday. I watched it on YouTube. I wasn't too impressed with it. Well, I have to give it, because I felt like I was watching what Vince McMahon used to do, is these city masses and these city statements. And you know, I honestly, I'd probably give it a 4. I'm not saying that because I hate war. I watched WWE since 97, since I was 5 years old. I started off watching off on tapes. I said before, it just felt fairly low. The best match I actually seen was the last match. The last match was the best one. Even though it was trapped in a way because Austin Theory lost the Money in the Bank contract, and they seem to be using it now for any championship. I always thought, and I'm probably wrong, because I always thought that was only for the world title. And you know, as a world, because even in the game, you don't, I think you can go for any title in the game, USA or the world, but I always thought that was for the World Heavyweight Championship, or the Undisputed Championship, however you want to call it these days. I didn't mention the Migo fella who got sucked, because I think, I'm not going to talk about something, why I think it's fucking, that senses, I think it's fairly sickening, because this is happening to a lot of young rappers, and you know, it's gonna be happening. I understand people have to rap, whatever, but it's happened to so many people. And it's not someone being sad. It's someone taking an overdose. It's madness, and this man got shot for actually nothing. He got shot for nothing. I didn't want to talk about something what happened like that, because I just think with this sense of violence, what you're seeing, and so many family members are being hurt and upset and going through grievance because of this stuff is happening. What I leave suddenly be happening, you know. I didn't want to mention it because it's like, I'm not going to talk about someone who I obviously I didn't like the Migos, whatever. I was having into them, but to be shot for no reason. What the world coming to? No. But I remember people rapping like in NWA. Probably they got arrested, but none matter shot one or the other. I know some they some interesting things, but we wouldn't see that in 2003 and 2004. Probably seen in 2000 what happened to 50 Cent. But you know, you're only seeing this lately. You're seeing a lot of young rappers getting sold up or taking overdoses. You know, and I wouldn't even justify what happened, because I think a guy lost his life for actually nothing. He has done nothing wrong at all. He was just sitting there, minding his own business, and something like that happens. Yeah, and you know, and that's the reason I want to talk about, because it's for the family and to show respect to them. I didn't want to be talking about something like that, You know what I mean? Confess to people who are friends to the guy. And that, you know. I was watching this thing. What was it? The new Simpsons, and I don't really like the new Simpsons. And the reason I don't like the new Simpsons, a lot of people are gonna say, Tony, the new Simpsons are good. I think I like a lot of Simpson fans. I don't know, I'm the only one. I just lost interest. I just lost me. It's the same with Family Guy. I think I just lost. We got lost somewhere. You know what I mean? I think the latest season I don't really like. You know, the sense of humor or what I've seen in the past is totally gone. You know what I mean? Like the same with Family Guy. I loved Family Guy. I think the same thing. Just I thought of. I just felt the jokes what they're coming up. I didn't find funny. And same with the American Dad. Even the same as South Park. I don't know. I'm just drawn up because I used to watch this stuff since I was a kid. I know people go, "Why wasn't South Park? Why wasn't Family Guy?" Because they have a sense of humor, and that's I think what's wrong with this world. Well, is a lot of people these days, and I ain't gonna wait if you're the only one. Some 90s or past generations. I feel these younger people, personally, I think they can't take a joke. You can't say F all to anyone about offending someone. And that's the great thing about these shows, because you can take a joke. You can't. I couldn't take The Simpsons serious for Apu. Probably some Indians did, whatever. I can take Family Guy serious. I can take South Park serious. I can't take The Simpsons serious. You know what I mean? I know some people do. But that's the I think this the new how you say generation we're growing up in. Everything is sort of censored, or I just say one thing. I don't have to mention what the time they had a can't M&M or newer TV shows or whatever. Like I had a quick dads in 3 shows what I wouldn't mind having. Homer be one. Hank Hill be definitely one. The reason for Hank Hill is because it feels like it's a disciplinary. It feels like a more strict father. Ingo Homer sometimes have his boundaries with his son. He tell him to give up. I wouldn't mind having them too, to be honest with you. Because Homer you can get laughs out of, but also you do get a serious side of Homer sometimes when he's back gets in trouble. Hank Hill, it seems like more of a strict parent. You know what I mean? He seems like, that guy. Even in kids, Bart Simpson reminds me of me when I was younger. And Bobby Hill probably made me when I was in my teenage years. I know Carton is like me, and I listen to Neverland Country Courses a lot. I just say F, fuck, blah, blah, blah. No, man. I know. One thing I want to talk about, I know I talked about doctors like a couple of seconds ago, but honestly, I really don't know how these doctors do it. All these scientists and these psychiatrists and so on, I don't know, like, with doctors, I want to be able to listen to a person telling me about their points, what's wrong, how earrings and so on. The same with psychiatrists and so on in that medical thing. That medical thing, I just don't know how to do it. And I also listen to a person telling me this or that, blah, 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 blah. I want to be able to. I want to be able to do it. And And the scientists, I think all these people we see, I think they're very least appreciated. I think they're the most gifted. And I think about them, I'd be a lot more sickness around. And a lot more people want to be coping with mental health issues. And that's what I really talk about today, just the Tony Khan podcast. I hope you all have a lovely day, and hopefully the weather's better tomorrow. I talk to you all soon. Bye. What?